I'll tell you what happened before this message came, is that Laurent and I watched a movie. Many of you have watched this movie before. It is called Peaceful Warrior. And I think that probably many of you have felt that Peaceful Warrior is a good movie, and by good movie in this case I mean it has useful messages in it. Useful messages in it. Now this one was, sorry, I know he's saying, wasn't it Family Man? But no, this was actually Peaceful Warrior. We did watch Family Man later. But we watched Peaceful Warrior for the first time. We did end up watching it later, several months later, and there was a different experience. But the first time that we watched Peaceful Warrior, what happened was that Laurent found himself criticizing the film. He criticized, what's the actor's name? The Nolte guy? What's his name? Nolte? Nick Nolte, is that it? The guy who played Socrates? I'm not good with stars. Yep, Nick Nolte. He criticized Nick Nolte that I remember. I remember the music was criticized. I remember some of the special effects were criticized. And I'm going to tell you something that I know now that I did not know then. Because sometimes when we look back, we have more clarity than we did at the time. So when I look back, I now realize that as Laurent sat criticizing the movie, I sat criticizing Laurent for criticizing the movie. Now the funny thing is, I didn't even see that then. That's the funny thing. The movie was Peaceful Warrior. I'm grateful that I see that now. But I think there's an important lesson right there. It shows how strong, the word denial doesn't exactly feel right, but it's the only word that's coming to my mind. I guess it is denial. How strong denial can be. I was aware that Laurent was criticizing the movie. And of course, as you guys may remember, this is still during that phase, that early phase when Laurent and I were together, and we were experiencing at that time, what would best be called hatred, I guess. Off and on maybe, but we were experiencing hatred. So what was happening within me is, as he was criticizing the movie, I was hating him and criticizing him because I thought the movie was worthwhile, and it bothered me that he could not hear the messages of the movie because he was criticizing the filmmaking. So there's to me it's really funny now that I look back on it, that it was very clear to me that Laurent was judging, right? Very clear to me that Laurent was judging. And it was completely unseen to me that I was judging. And I guess I pause because sometimes statements deserve a pause so that we can take them in, right? Because of course we all make the same mistakes. So I was completely aware that he was judging, and completely unaware that I was judging.